Hello, and welcome to today's episode. We're delving into a fascinating topic that blends culture, luxury, and a touch of jaw-dropping extravagance: the world's most expensive dishes. These are meals so costly that they often make headlines, like a pizza costing more than a car payment or a burger with a four-figure price tag. Food is something we all connect with. It's not just fuel, it's comfort, culture, and celebration. A simple dish can remind us of home, bring people together, or even define an entire tradition. But in the world of luxury dining, food takes on an entirely different meaning. It becomes a statement of wealth, exclusivity, and artistry. Today, we'll explore not only the dishes themselves, but also the stories behind them. Where did they originate? Why are they so expensive? And perhaps most importantly, why are people willing to spend thousands on a meal they'll finish in one evening? Along the way, we'll uncover how rarity, culinary craftsmanship, and psychology shape these extraordinary meals. By the end, we'll consider the ultimate question: is it truly worth it? So, grab a snack, perhaps something a little more affordable, and join me on this journey into the glamorous, surprising, and occasionally controversial world of extreme luxury dining. Before we enter the glittering world of gold-covered ice creams and ultra-luxury pizzas, let's pause for a moment. Why do these expensive dishes exist at all? What actually makes a meal cost thousands of pounds? One major factor is the rarity of ingredients. Some foods are naturally scarce and extremely difficult to produce. Take Italian white truffles, which grow underground and can only be found with the help of trained dogs or pigs. Or saffron, a spice made from delicate flower threads that must be picked by hand. It takes around 75,000 flowers to produce just 1 pound. And of course, caviar, harvested and aged with meticulous care, like a fine wine. Scarcity, in food as in life, often drives the price sky high. Next is luxury branding. Just like a designer handbag, food can be a status symbol. Dining at a Michelin-starred restaurant or ordering a dish adorned with edible gold sends a clear message about wealth and exclusivity. Then there's artistry and skill. Many of these dishes demand days of preparation and the creativity of world-class chefs. Here, you're paying not just for ingredients, but for expertise, technique, and craftsmanship. Finally, we must consider the overall experience. Luxury dining is about more than taste. It's about atmosphere, storytelling, and the prestige of saying, "Yes, I've sampled the world's most expensive ice cream." With that context, let's take our first bite into some of the most jaw-droppingly extravagant dishes in the world. Having explored why expensive dishes exist, let's feast our eyes on some of the most famous examples of luxury dining, dishes that are as much about showmanship as they are about flavor. One iconic creation is the Louis XIII Pizza from Salerno, Italy, by chef Renato Viola. This isn't your standard takeaway. It costs around £8,000 and takes 72 hours to prepare. The toppings: 3 types of caviar, Norwegian lobster, and organic buffalo mozzarella, all accompanied by champagne and rare cognac. Eating this pizza is a true celebration of extravagance. Then there's diamond sushi from Tokyo. Yes, sushi with diamonds. At approximately £1,500 per serving, it includes edible gold leaf, pearls, and even diamonds as decoration. While the diamonds aren't digestible, the dish elevates sushi, already a refined art form, into an audacious statement of luxury. And we mustn't forget the FleurBurger 5000, created by celebrity chef Hubert Keller in Las Vegas. Priced at $5,000, it features Wagyu beef, foie gras, and truffle, paired with a rare 1995 Chateau Petrus wine. The burger itself is delectable, but the wine alone accounts for much of the cost. These dishes demonstrate that luxury dining is as much about storytelling and experience as it is about taste. But what gives these ingredients their extraordinary value? Let's travel to their origins to find out. To fully appreciate these luxury dishes, we must understand where the ingredients come from. The story behind the food is often as fascinating as the meal itself. Take white truffles from Alba, Italy. These fungi grow underground and are notoriously difficult to locate, usually requiring specially trained dogs to sniff them out. Their scarcity and the effort involved in harvesting make them one of the most expensive foods in the world, sometimes reaching thousands of pounds per kilogram. Then there's saffron, sometimes called red gold. It comes from the Crocus sativus flower, and each delicate stigma must be picked by hand. To produce just 1 pound of saffron, over 75,000 flowers are required, a process that explains its lofty price. And, of course, caviar, the eggs of sturgeon. For centuries, it was reserved for royalty and aristocrats. Today, it remains a luxurious delicacy, often associated with wealth and special occasions. These origins remind us that luxury foods carry history, geography, and culture. Eating them is like sampling a piece of tradition, heritage, and centuries of culinary craftsmanship. Now that we've examined the origins, let's explore why people are willing to pay so much for these meals. We've seen the rare ingredients and their fascinating histories. But what drives people to spend thousands on a single meal? One major factor is status. Just as some purchase luxury cars or designer clothing, others buy high-end meals to display success and wealth. Eating at a restaurant where a burger costs £1,000 isn't just about food, it's about making a statement. Then there's the experience. Luxury restaurants are carefully orchestrated performances. From the presentation of the dish to the ambience of the dining room, everything is designed to create a memorable moment. For many, tasting truffle-infused pasta in Italy or diamond-dusted sushi in Tokyo is worth the price for the story alone. Psychology also plays a role. We often perceive rare or expensive items as better. Exclusivity makes the food feel more desirable, even if the flavor isn't dramatically different. Finally, curiosity and adventure motivate diners. For some, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to taste the world's most expensive dessert or sip champagne that costs more than a holiday. In such cases, the meal is about adventure and indulgence as much as flavor. With that in mind, let's consider the ultimate question. After the dishes are consumed and the experience savored, is it really worth it? We've explored the rare ingredients, the craftsmanship, and the psychology behind these exceptional dishes. But now comes the question everyone asks, is it really worth it? Critics often answer no. Food, at its core, is about nourishment, enjoyment, and community. Spending thousands on a single meal can seem excessive, when a home-cooked dinner can bring equal pleasure. Even extraordinary flavors may not justify the price tag. Yet for those who can afford it, the value often extends beyond taste. It's about unique experiences, dining in a Michelin-starred Parisian restaurant, eating caviar flown in from the Caspian Sea, or sampling a dessert sourced from across the globe. In these instances, the meal becomes a memory, a story, even a personal achievement. So, is it worth it? It depends on what you value. If food is purely fuel, probably not. But if dining is art, adventure, and celebration, then the experience itself is the point. And that brings us to the end of our culinary journey through the world's most expensive dishes. From truffle-laden pasta to gold-topped desserts, we've seen how rarity, skill, and human psychology combine to create meals that are as much about storytelling as flavor. Luxury dining isn't just about food. It's about the experience, exclusivity, and the memory of saying, "Yes, I tried that once in my life." For some, it's worth every penny. For others, it may seem unnecessary or even outrageous. The takeaway: you don't need to spend thousands to appreciate food. Luxury may be out of reach for most, but the joy of sharing a meal, exploring new flavors, or preparing something special at home, that's priceless. Next time you hear of a diamond-encrusted dessert or a 2,000-pound pizza, ask yourself, what makes food valuable to me? Often, the simplest dishes carry the greatest meaning. Thanks for joining me today, and until next time, keep tasting, keep exploring, and enjoy the world through food.